I got a chance to check out Kanye West's interview on 97.1, and everybody's in an uproar with Kanye West basically promoting the Confederate flag, and he had a jacket on with the symbol, and he's basically adopted the Confederate flag, saying that it so-called relates back to the track that he made called New Slaves. If you guys haven't checked that record out, I thought it was a cool record. It's probably one of the only two songs I liked on his album Yeezus. But good song. He made a lot of sense in the record. So you guys check it out if you haven't already. But his whole philosophy behind this Confederate flag thing is basically saying that I'm taking what was supposed to be derogatory towards me, and I'm also taking the so-called New Age definition from his perspective of slavery, and I'm embracing it. Almost, you can kind of, not in the same historical content, but you can kind of relate it to the word nigga, how black people, took that word and kind of, use it as a way to, greet each other or show some type of affection towards each other, whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. And, a couple of things that I noticed in the interview is that he mentioned any energy is good energy. And, we all know that Kanye West can be a brat. And what I really take from this guy is that he's more or less acting out and acting like a diva because he's not getting his way. It seems like he wants these mega designers and these little cats in Paris and in different countries that sell these high fashion type of products. He wants them to adopt him and say, okay, we want to use Kanye West's ideas. We want to put his name on our brand. And it seems like he's pissed off because a lot of people are not kissing his ass or doing what he wants them to do. And that's always been Kanye West's personality. If he says, something is great, he expects everyone else to agree with him. If he says, I'm the hottest rapper, I have the greatest album of all time, he wants everybody to agree with him. And, Kanye West is extremely talented. I thought his first album, College Dropout, was probably one of the best hip-hop albums we've heard in the last, I would say, 15 years. But, it's a difference between being cocky and being arrogant or trying to prove to people that you're great. And I've said that in previous videos that, I think Kanye West needs to fall back and just really grasp who he is. I don't see why a man like Kanye West has all this money, has the fame, has the status, his name alone is a damn gold mine. Why do you need top designers to adopt you for you to be creative or for you to create your own products? You can get with a smaller designer or start your own designer label and make your own clothing. You want to have tight ass leather jogging pants, do that. People will go out and support it strictly because it has that brand Kanye West. That is now a brand. We're not talking about new artists that just came out that's not really established or doesn't really have that name or that global influential type of power. Kanye West has it, so I don't see why he's going around bitching and moaning and being arrogant because people don't want to kiss his ass. I just don't understand it. I can remember when I was trying to get into the music industry, I had to kick down doors. I had to work and bust my ass and prove to people that I'm someone that is valuable to be inside of the music industry and is able to make things happen. I had to kick down doors. Kanye West does not have to do that when it comes to the fashion industry. He already has that name. People already know Kanye West is real big into fashion. He's always been like that from the minute he came into the music industry. But it seems like he gets mad when certain people don't kiss his ass or want to do certain things that he wants them to do. And another thing I heard him mention, Chicago. He was talking about how, people in general are suffering and they're basically in dramatic trauma right now. He mentioned Chicago and how, there's 500 people being murdered, I guess, a year. But, you're pointing that finger to everyone else, but what are you doing in Chicago? Instead of getting on the radio, bitching and moaning and talking about leather jogging pants, why don't you use your influence and use your money to create certain opportunities in Chicago, where you come from? You see, a lot of times, you know, as us as black people, when we do get the power and we do get the money, we want to look at other people to do things for our community. We can't be like that. When in America has those in power, especially of other ethnicities, ever gave a damn about the black community? If anything, all they do is insult us. You see all these black faces and everything going around. It's up for us to go back to those communities and do the groundwork and create certain opportunities and open our own businesses. If you want to start your own fashion design, I'm sure there's a lot of women and men in Chicago that would love to get into that industry, that are incredibly talented and able to design clothes. Why don't you go to Chicago, pull some of them people together and say, hey, I want to start a new clothing line. I want you guys to be a part of it. I want to employ you guys. Why don't you do that instead of looking for uppity ass people in Paris or in different countries, or Louis Vuitton and all that other bullshit? Why are you looking for acceptance from them? You can go right to your neighborhood across America and employ incredible people that are extremely talented within the fashion industry. So, you know, these are just questions that I ask myself about Kanye West. You know, like I say, you know, the guy's extremely talented, but it seems like, you know, because of his arrogance and him not fully understanding the type of influence he has, and, you know, I guess maybe personal demons that he's dealing with. You know, we all know his mother passed a couple of years ago, and it seems like ever since then he's kind of been, you know, on a even extreme type of crazy rocker. You know, he already was something else when his mother was alive, but, you know, I think there's things that he's dealing with personally, you know, and maybe some of the attacks he's getting, you know, towards his wife. Now, you know, I don't, you know, agree with what's her name, Kim Kardashian's so-called celebrity status, but that's his wife. I don't give a shit. You know, they're not paying my bills. At the end of the day, I have to get up and go to work tomorrow, so, you know, I can care less. But I think he's dealing with certain issues that he's not truly addressing. And, you know, maybe he needs to sit down and talk to somebody and really understand the type of influence and power that he truly has. You don't have to go out here and show off or act like a diva or do things for shock value in order to get people to listen to you. You being Kanye West alone, people are going to listen, just like they're listening to you now when you do all these type of antics. So, you know, that's my opinion on it. I will leave the interview in the description box for you guys that want to check it out. You know, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but, you know, I hope he gets his mind right soon.